Hello T-Rexers! We've got a special episode for you tonight. We're going to do a little bit of cooking. I got a hold of a couple of special recipes from a real good guy, and I think we ought to make them up just special for the holiday. So, without further ado, let's look down on our prep table and see what we've got going. Alright T-Rexers, let's look through what we are gonna be making tonight. The recipes that I've got are from ScoutCrafter, and he's got some classics that I think we're all gonna enjoy. So, this is what we're gonna be making. We are gonna be making a motorcycle chain lubricant that will be made with the non-detergent lubricating 30 weight oil and the Coastal all-purpose grease. This isn't your red grease, this is your good old-fashioned nasty black, what were you thinking, that doesn't look like it's hardly digested there. That kind of grease. So we're going to make a little bit of that. And then we have the high temp grease and Marvel Mystery Oil. This is a combination that's really going to get some stuff done. If you've got that high pressure application that you're going to need a little bit of special oil for, that'll be the one. We also have the lighter oil for your finer tasks, and we're going to make that with the mineral oil and the petroleum jelly, nothing but the best. And that'll be a lighter lubricant that you can use around the shop, around the house, on the missus, whatever you need to do. And finally, for a little snacky, we're going to take the automatic transmission fluid and the acetone, and it is a fantastic lubricating, penetrating oil. It's good stuff. So, let's get down in here and get going. Mrs. T-Rex has allowed us to use her shop, and by allow, I mean she doesn't know we're here. Okay, folks, let's jump right in. Our first recipe is a 50-50 mixture of the all-purpose, barely out of crude grade oil, grease that is, and we're going to do 50-50 with the 30 weight non-detergent oil. Let's see, so 50-50. I've got measuring cups. I'm going to wing it. So, I promise I'm going to clean this all up as soon as I'm done. Boy, look at that nasty. I mean that luscious. Luscious. Okay, let's turn this up a little bit. I'm doing this over electric heat because that's all we got. But some of this might be flammable, so electric. It's the way to go. Oh, I don't think the spatula is going to be quite the right job for this. Oh, look at that. We're going to let that warm up. Smells just like an oil pan in here. Alright, set that aside. I don't know if that'll melt. Alright, well, while we've got that going, we may as well make good use of our time. And we'll go ahead and get the acetone and automatic transmission fluid, penetrating oil. Let's get that going. And this is a 50-50 mixture. Let me check the recipe. Yes, a 50-50 mixture. So, so let's take a little more. So let's do 2 cups of this. Ooh, boy, I hope I have enough tranny fluid. And oh, look at the color. Fantastic. Happy holidays. Okay. Ooh. Boy, it looks like the acetone did a number on that. Looks like we'll be buying her a new one of those. Okay. Boy, that does look good, doesn't it? Ding, ding, ding. All right. Let's wipe that out. Got a little whisk action going here. Oh, that looks great. I'm glad we didn't save that for dessert. That looks just like the thing to have. 50-50 antifreeze and the acetone. Doesn't that look lovely? Now you're going to want to keep stirring this while you're using it because it'll come out of separation. It'll separate back into its original form. Okay. It's looking like we need a little attention over here at the motorcycle chain lubricant recipe. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Nice, gentle heat. You don't want to rush it. Better done right than done soon. Okay. Oh, yes. I think that could use with a little bit of whisking. Oh, look at that come together. Oh, yeah. I think that's just about ready right there. Let's go ahead and shut that down. Because we've got so many recipes to make today, I'm going to go ahead and transfer that into another pan. Ta-da. So, I wonder how I do that. Put that over there. Oh. Boy, that's looking good. Let's go ahead and just pour that right over. Boy, that looks good. Let's get after it with the spatula. We don't want to waste any of that. There we go. We finished our first ScoutCrafter recipe. It's from the owner's manual of a old Honda motorcycle. We're going to let that cool, and we're going to see how we did with consistency. So while we're waiting for that to cool, we're going to go ahead and get a little cleanup done. Clean as you go. It's the best way. And then we can move into our next recipe. Be right back. Alright, T-Rexers, I think we're pretty well ready for our next recipe. We're going to go ahead with this light lubricating oil, which is a 50-50 mixture of mineral oil and petroleum jelly. I'm going to set our heat right there at 300. We'll get our measuring cup. Oh yeah. A note to any of you who might be following along at home. Check and make sure your wife's spatulas are heat proof before you do this, because now I have to buy one of those too. Okay. Well, fill that right up. I think that'll work nicely. Let's go ahead and get that in there. That doesn't want to come off. Now, let's go ahead and get that spread out a little thin. That's nice. Look at that. That's liquefying right up for us. I think I'm even going to lower the heat just a touch. 250? Sounds good. Okay, so you want to be real precise in your measurements on this one, really with any of them. That way you can reproduce it. There's nothing worse than getting a recipe, making it, having changed it a little along the way, you know, making it better, and then having it be fabulous and you can't reproduce it because you didn't write it down. Okay. Remember, clean as you go. Boy, that came together really nice, didn't it? Crystal clear. Nice. Okay, I think we can shut down our heat. We should put it on that. Unplug that. Boy, doesn't that look nice. That is fantastic. Alright, so we have other recipes that we're going to have to check on, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, we're going to let this cool off here in the chill chest for just a bit. Set that right there on the bottom shelf. Let's check our chain oil, shall we? Let's bring this up here so y'all can see. Would you look at that? Oh, looks like pudding. That will be just the thing once that's done. Oh, still a little bit warm. That'll be nice. All right. Let's put that back. So, T-Rexers, what's your favorite part about the holiday? Is it getting together with friends, cooking at home? I travel on my holiday. Several years we've gone and seen my brother-in-law, who was an engineer. Always fun to get a redneck together with an engineer. See what happens. Okay. We will get a little bit more brake clean on Mrs. T-Rex's pan. Get all that petroleum jelly out of there before we move on to our next recipe. There we go. Good as new. Good as new. Got that cleaned off. Clean as you go. Very important. Very, very important. Okay, so our next recipe. Okay, T-Rexers, we're down to our last recipe for today. And this is going to be the high temp grease and the marble mystery oil. This is more of a high temp grease. So a high pressure. A little bit different applications for this one than for the last one. So let's jump right in with our red grease from Lubricants. That 250 seemed to be really nice last time. So let's go with that. Alright, there we go. In case you were wondering, we entirely annihilated Mrs. T-Rex's little measuring cup, so that's a bummer. Acetone and plastic don't mix. It's got a kind of licorice smell. Alright, let's let that come together at its own pace here. So, special thanks to ScoutCrafter for supplying today's recipes. Tried and True by ScoutCrafter, and what I've come to know as the Patina Patrol. Fine group of fellas. Well, I don't think I can say fellas. Fine group of folks. Alright, that's looking really good. I don't think we could ask for a whole lot more there. Looks a little like ketchup. I wouldn't eat it. Uh-oh. Better get to clean it up. Okay. I'm gonna clean as I go, and we'll come back and we'll wrap this right up. Okay, T-Rexers, let's close this up. So a big thank you to ScoutCrafter for supplying us with these recipes. I think we have a pretty good spread here. We've got the 1960s motorcycle chain lubricant. Boy, that came together nice. 50-50 mix of your general purpose axle grease, 30 weight motor oil. Very nice indeed. And then we have over here the 50-50 mix of mineral spirits and petroleum jelly. That's a very nice all-purpose, I guess a light-duty kind of lubricant. Boy, look at that. That is going to be fantastic. We have this nice punch red mixture of acetone and automatic transmission fluid. This makes a great penetrating oil. I've seen lots of guys using it. I'm very excited to get after that myself. And then finally, we have our beautiful 50-50 mix of the high temp red grease and high temp red grease and Marvel Mystery Oil. This has a definite scent to it. Nearly heavenly. Doesn't even smell like the foreign auto shops. Very nice, very nice. So, we've done quite a number to some of Mrs. T-Rex's kitchen utensils, so I am gonna have to take care of that. So, I'd like to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you have a joyous time. I hope you have a long weekend. T-Rex out. When in doubt, put a motor on it. You might need to get away. Alright, T-Rexers, public service announcement. Don't use brake clean to clean your kitchen utensils. It's bad. Probably kill you. Don't put any of this stuff in anything you ever intend to eat out of ever again in your life, because you'll probably die. This was for entertainment purposes only. I had a good time. I hope you did. And none of this was Mrs. T-Rex's, because otherwise it would be a very, very cold night for me. So, happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe.